I was young, much younger than now. I've learned to swear and make a vow. And I was so very young in my mind. I've learned to leave the past behind. I've known hunger since I was 10. Loneliness is my good friend. I've learned to smile when I feel sad, when I see good times turn back.
Hello and welcome to yet another amazing episode of Ek Mulakat. You're with me, Florence, Handique, Rabha, and I am in a beautiful location near Borapani in Shillong. Friends, our today's special guest is a singer, a rock star, a songwriter, and an amazing guitarist. He is known for his Bob Dylan celebrations, and he is one of the earliest rock and roll songwriters of India. Yes, friends, he is popular for his energetic and electrifying performances. Well, I'm dying to meet him, so let's go and meet him. Hello, and welcome to our show, Majaw. It's so good to see you again.
Pleasure.
Thank you for giving us time. Friends, I'm very happy to tell you that right now I have with me the king of rock and roll and the Bob Dylan of India on our show here. So, Lou, let's go and sit somewhere and talk.
Lead the way.
Majaw is a performing artist from Shillong in the northeastern India and is renowned for his Bob Dylan tribute shows. Born to a poor family, the Majaws could not afford a guitar or a radio. In a friend's house, he was introduced to the music of Bill Haley and Elvis Presley and taught himself the guitar as most boys and girls did in those days.
Okay.
All right, Lou, I want to ask you something. Like, I have not met anyone like you on my show before.
Flattered.
So please tell our viewers, like, how Lou Majaw is as a person. I've seen your live performances, I've seen you on television, but how are you as a person? How is Lou Majaw as a person?
Lou Majaw is a regular kind of a guy.
Okay.
That's it. Yours truly.
No, you are extraordinary. Like, you are so different, so unique. So, what does music mean to you? Tell us something about your love about music.
Music to Lou Majaw is life.
Okay.
That is one thing. That's what keeps me ticking.
Mm-hmm. All right, Lou. Like, I've been wanting to ask you one question, and I have seen you for so many years. Like, your long hair, your mismatched.
Not that long anymore now.
The socks, it's lovely, and your mismatched socks. And I always see you in shorts. Don't you feel cold in winters? During winters?
See, like when life is so beautiful, like today, see, we have such a, bright and sunny day, and it's so warm, and especially when you are surrounded by people, who has beautiful feelings, and beautiful outlook towards life. So that's the most important thing. That's what keeps a person.
Great. Actually, your way of dressing has become, it has become a fashion statement everywhere now, and we really like it. But wouldn't you like to change it?
Change for what? See, like, I'm not into that kind of setup. See, because for me, as far as, I'm not a dressy kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a regular kind of guy, so I dress because I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Be comfortable, yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, that's great.
If I'm not comfortable, then what's the point?
That's
Makes
great,
no sense
Lou.
around.
That's great. All right, Lou, you have seen so many ups and downs in music, and you have been, you've spent more than 50 years of your life with music.
So 52, 53, 50. Only.
Oh, right, only.
Yeah,
So,
only.
how do you manage to look so young? How do you look forever young like this? What's the secret?
You see, when a person loves life, when a person loves music, and respect the art, and you respect the environment, that's what keeps you going.
True.
Because you have no time to think of anything else. Because when a person is busy doing, the best that he can for oneself and for others, so what?
Look, people know you as a happy and successful musician. So, do you follow some discipline in life, like some rule? Do you play your guitar every day? Do you sing every day?
Every day I play guitar.
Because your guitar speaks. It's amazing.
That is the gift from, the boss of
Great. Do you sing every day? Oh, great.
what keeps
So
me
that's
alive.
something for the youngsters to know, right? To learn
Well, they have
from
to,
you.
everyone. See, that's why, I have to say this, because the most important is we have to respect the art in whatever art that a person embraces.
Right.
So be it sports, be it music, be it, a dance, be it, a sculptor, a painter. So a person, when he respects the art, so you live your life accordingly to that.
So
That's
true,
what-
so true, so true, Lou. So you are known for your contributions to music. You've traveled far and wide, and you have, traveled to us. You have popularized music, Western music, in the Northeast, in East, then in Kolkata. Please tell us, how did all begin? How did it all start? Tell us about your journey into music.
Well, there was no plan at all. See, because when things happen, they just happen just like that. Because I was just, maybe at the most I can say is that we sort of met halfway. Because I never wanted to be in this, profession. Because I just happen to like the guitar. I like the look of it, and when I touch it, I love the feel of it. And a hole like this, it's it makes me feel so complete. But people, they put me into this situation, so that's why I'm stuck with it, actually.
Lou, you're born in Shillong. That was in 1947.
You're
On
right on,
14th
right
April.
on.
See, I remember your
Bihu.
date of
Yeah,
birth.
it's a Bihu day.
Great. So how has this region, Shillong, inspired your music?
I don't know whether, Shillong inspired me or I don't know what. You see, because when a person has to write, I really don't know whether whether it's the place or whether it's the people who inspires. But to me, it is the energy which just comes by itself. So that means it comes from the boss upstairs.
Definitely.
So with all the energy around, so that drives, Majaw to write. I'm not, a heavy-duty songwriter or whatever it is, but people, they said, hey, you're a songwriter, you're a singer. But actually, I am not.
You write amazing song. We will talk more about your songs. But before we know more about your love for Bob Dylan, so let's hear a Bob
My
Dylan song.
respect. Actually, it's, you see, because you just kind of love a person, it's more, it has to do more with respect.
Right.
I respect Bob Dylan because of his writing.
Definitely. We will talk more about it. But before we get into that conversation, our viewers are waiting to hear a Bob Dylan song from you. So let's hear a Bob Dylan song.
Okay. When you're sad and when you're lonely and you haven't got a friend, just remember that death is not the end. And all that you held sacred falls down and does not mend. Just remember that death is not the end. Not the end. Not the end. Just remember that death is not the end.
I'm sure you enjoyed the song.
Thank you, you flattered me.
Lou, please tell us about your fascination for Bob Dylan. Like, you have been celebrating his birthday every year on 24th of May, and these grand shows have become so famous nationally and internationally now. So what is the concept? What was the idea that, actually you started? With what idea did you start all these things?
See, because after hearing Bob Dylan, that was way back in 1965.
Yeah.
So it took me almost 7 years, I guess, because then, listening and listening, then, that admiration that I have for Bob Dylan, because of his writing power, the lyrical depth. Then it sort of, struck me. I mean, like, there's a way of, showing your respect. Then I was thinking maybe I'll write a letter. But then I said, no, that doesn't make sense. It's like any young kid kind of stuff like that. Then eventually I decided, why not celebrate his birthday?
Great.
He doesn't have to know about it, So that's what exactly happened. That was way back in 1972.
Have you met him in person?
No,
Bob Dylan?
I met Bob Dylan through his writing.
Okay. Have you ever talked to him over phone or something?
Yeah, his writing, we're talking to him.
Great. He knows about these shows? Do you have any idea?
I guess so, because they had no objection,
Great.
for Lumajang to perform all those songs.
Tell us about your initial days of struggle in Kolkata. What took you to Kolkata in the first place? And then I saw you in one of your videos. Like, you have actually done different types of jobs. You actually did odd jobs, besides music, to survive in a city like Kolkata. So how difficult was it for you initially? And how did Calcutta teach you to survive?
Kolkata taught Majaw to survive. See, because during those early years, I was paid 5 rupees a week. So to survive in 5 rupees a week is no joke, man. And then when you don't have a place to stay, you hardly know people, so you have to stay at the park, then you have to stay in those big mansions, be friendly with the chukidar, and kind of stuff like that. So you just have to. So it was very difficult, struggling years. It's not that, I'm not struggling anymore now. I'm still struggling. So life is one long...
But you have a great fan following, and just people admire you. They're crazy for you, Lou.
I hope so. I really don't know.
You're a big star for us,
No. Everyone is a star, in their own right. Whether a person is, is a writer or filmmaker, a journalist, in whatever field that a person is. So everyone's a star in their own right.
Okay, Lou, tell me, you used to sing all kinds of songs earlier, but how did the idea of writing songs for the first time come to your mind? And it was like "See Your Sorrows."
It just happened.
Amazing song. Yes, one of your masterpieces. Tell us about your thought behind your lyrics.
There was no time to think. If it happens, it just happens. I don't have to think that I'll write this song. There's no such thing. That flow of energy, it just comes into you, and then I just write.
You just said yes.
I'm not a songwriter kind of stuff like that. But when it happens, when that energy comes,
you write what you feel about.
I just write what I feel.
I find honesty. I find truth. I find variety in your songs.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
See, you have your different emotions. So there's time to be sad. There's time to smile. Like when it rains, when we have the sunshine. So everything is rolled up into one.
You have played with different bands. You have, sung with and played guitar with so many groups. In fact, you have formed so many groups, so many bands. So what chemistry actually works for you, Which group do you think, in which group did you grow most as a musician? What do you respect in an artist?
It varies. With different musicians. You grow every day, and that's the sheer beauty of it. Because a person learns every day.
True.
So you don't learn by yourself. You learn from others.
Still, which is the band that is closest to your heart? You know, like you started with Blood and Thunder, then the Great Society, Majaw and Friends.
Super Sound Factory.
Yeah.
The first band that Majaw was involved is called the Oracle Bones.
Yeah.
That was in Calcutta.
Okay.
So that was way back in the 60s. That was the first band. Then after that, it kept on changing. I want to work with more people.
What do you respect in an artist?
Discipline. Because number one is discipline. Without discipline, nothing is going to work.
You are disciplined, you follow discipline, but I have heard about Majaw who loves wine, women and...
Rock and roll. See, that's it.
So in a disciplined way, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
See, number one is that, you have to live responsibly. That's the most important thing. I can sleep, any time from 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, but my wake-up time is 5 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
And
amazing.
that's the best.
Great.
You know?
I can imagine. All right, Lou, you have performed as a solo artist, also as a soloist, and also in band. So, what do you prefer more, as a soloist or with bands? What do you enjoy more?
It's a different trip altogether. See, because it's not what I want to do, but in lots of cases, it's what the people they request. Most of them, in fact, they always request that, Lou, please, we'd love to hear only voice and guitar. So that's how it works. And then suppose they want with a band, so that's how it works also.
Great. All right, you write such nice songs, lovely songs. So let's hear a song, written by you. Our viewers are waiting to hear you.
Well, I just did that, the so-called rap, whatever it is.
We can never have, enough of your songs, Lou.
Oh, most beautiful, you're so beautiful, always beautiful, you're a child of the sun. Oh, most beautiful, you're so beautiful, always beautiful.
Okay, Lou, tell me, you are like an icon for so many musicians, youngsters, and you are the king of rock and roll here. So, please give it advice to our, youngsters who want to choose music as a career. Do you think it's risky as a profession?
From a business point, every business is a risk. But if a person realizes it's a gift from God, then you go headlong with that.
Right.
So you have to realize your dream, make your dream come true.
Great.
So the idea now, for any kind of profession that a person chooses, it's hard work and dedication and discipline. You have to discipline yourself, you have to be true to yourself, you have to be true to your art.
Rightly
And
said.
that's it.
Rightly said. Okay, there was a time when you took a break from music. Why was it? It was like for how many years, and what made you come back again?
See, because I wanted to find out where the food comes from. That's how I decided to be a farmer.
Okay.
And that happened after my trip from Kathmandu. That was way back in the 70s. Then I became a farmer. I went and joined my grandparents. And it was such a, very satisfying, very fulfilling.
Really?
Like, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And then, you grow your own vegetables, you grow your own rice, your own millet, your own maize, kind of stuff like that. Then your vegetables, your ginger, your whatever it is, you take it to the marketplace, you sell it, then you go
You
back
did
to
good
the farm.
business?
Not really, sad to say. Like every farmer, they hardly earn. They just make somehow the ends meet. So I was living that kind of life for a couple of years.
Okay.
And then one day I realized that there's something is missing. Something is missing. I was trying to find out why. And then I said, maybe because I was not involved, with a girl or with a woman. So I tried doing that again. But still, something is missing somewhere. I can't pinpoint. And then when I had come to Shillong for a weekend, then I went to my ex-girlfriend's house.
Okay.
Then I saw the guitar there, and that's how it hits me. So when I took that guitar, I played it, and I said, this is what I've been missing.
Great, you came
So, like the saying goes, you cannot serve two masters. So I said, okay, as much as I love to be a farmer,
back. Okay.
but I had to, I opted for music.
Yes. So tell us what kind of music is, currently popular. How is rock shaping up in India?
See, India being a great country, we definitely have varieties of music, of course. And what is happening now, lots and lots of people, they're going into, like hard rock and then, all into this rap music. And so everything is cool. Yeah. I mean, like, it's whatever person, whatever they choose, it's up to them.
All right. So what is next in your mind? From here, Lou goes, what's your next plan?
The idea now is to give out more products. That means, putting your songs, and music, on a CD, and then let it out, share with other people.
So you have plans?
Maybe,
Great.
yeah, I mean,
We
like
wish you all the best, Lou, for all your dreams.
All that, yeah.
Okay, Lou, I would like to go on and on with you, but our time is very limited, So I need to wrap up this program. But before that, I have a, rapid fire.
Geez, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that.
Yeah. So I have about
Okay.
10 questions.
All right,
because
shoot.
your viewers, are your fans. They want
Yeah.
to know more and more about you. So I'll ask you some questions.
Shoot,
and you have
shoot,
to.
shoot, shoot,
Yeah.
shoot.
Are you ready?
Shoot.
So here are the questions for you. Your time starts now. What is your philosophy of life?
Discipline.
Do you think formal classical training is required for singing well?
Very, very important.
The best compliment you received from a fan?
You're crazy.
What impresses you most in a woman?
Beauty and understanding.
How young do you feel? How young are you?
You feel young inside of you.
What makes you smile?
Understanding.
Your greatest fear?
Hit and run.
Your happiest moment?
To be on my own.
Wow, you did so well. You scored 10 on 10. So sing a song that describes you for our viewers now.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May
Well,
you
friends,
always
that
do
was
for
the
others
forever young,
and let
the
others
one and
do
only
for you.
rock star Lou Majaw
May you
for you.
build
I
the
hope
ladder to
you
the stars.
enjoyed this conversation. Well, we will come
And
back
on
to you
every
with more
rolling
interesting
day
personalities
you
from the Northeast in this program.
forever
Till then, please take good care of yourselves. For now, this is your host Florence saying goodbye to you. Keep
Forever
smiling,
young.
stay musical, and stay happy.
Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true.